Hello everyone. Today we discuss about rooftop solar system with single phase inverter for household application. So first of all, we need to know about the single phase inverter. This is the image for the single phase inverter with a pulse width modulation. So how we are going to design this model in MATLAB means, so search for the DC source. To that I need IGBT and anti-parallel connection of diodes. Just flip this icon, copy and drag these elements in a similar way. Then connect to the terminals as per I am connecting here. I need go to and from blocks. Make sure here take S1, that means switch 1. Okay, S1 refers to switch 1. We required pulse width generator, this block. Change here into 1080 carrier switching frequency, and here I required only 4 bits now, just change into 4, and here click on the internal generating unit. Okay, that means here it will be act as a modulation index. Okay, modulating index. Search for demux. Why? Because we required 4 terminals now. Here we are generating 4 different signals. So connect this terminal to this term in a similar manner. Change in a term names, switch 1, switch 2. Okay, like this way to 4 switches. And we require from blocks. Place these S1 and S2, all these things. Finally, what we require? We need to connect load now. So how I am going to connect this load means, take series RLC branch, not this one. Go into the Simulink browser, in elements, series RLC branch type. Okay, this one, and take this ground also. I'm shifting this icon and changing to RL parameter. I'm just changing the ratings of the inductance. Okay, so connect this terminal to this thing. So I just need to note the voltage and current at the output side now. So I am just designing single phase input, single phase inverter. Okay, so this inverter, single phase inverter working principle is DC to AC conversion. Okay, it just changed DC power to AC power. So I need to measure either it is converting into DC to AC or not. I need to check these parameters with the help of the voltmeter and ammeter. Okay, so we need to place current measurement block and voltage measurement block here. We need to place voltmeter and current measurement block. Okay, and finally I need to check the scope. I just saw the waveforms. How I am going to check means just place this scope box and change variable name, configuration parameters. Click on the configuration parameter and change the input variable layout. Okay, in the format of like this way. Okay, finally what we require, just change the, okay, magnitude is 100. It is okay for me. I'm already changing these terms, all these terms. Okay, and we require power guy. Okay, power guy, just change continuous to discrete and run this model with the time interval of 1.2 1.5 hour. Okay, now run this model. So by doing like this way, we converting DC to AC with the help of the full bridge IGBT and anti-plug connection of diode. Okay, when we zoom the waveforms, we clearly visible. Okay, so in this way we getting, this is the current waveform and this one is the voltage waveform. Suppose if you want to know harmonic analysis of this waveform, suppose if you want to know the harmonic analysis of this waveform, how we are going to perform this harmonic analysis means, click on this destination means two waveforms and scope data will be 1 and save data sculpture with time. Okay, after setting apply and then run the model again in order to show the THD value of the inverter. Okay, in order to show the THD value of the, I am having this waveform now, so I just need to find out the THD value of this waveform. Okay, I just need to find out the total harmonic that generated by this inverter. How I am going to find out the total harmonic that present in this current waveform means, click on the power guy. In that we having tools option. Okay, so go to the tools and then click on the FFT analysis. So in that, just click on the scope 1 data from the time intervals, at which time intervals we need to find out the total harmonic percentage. Okay, so just click on the time intervals 5. Okay, suppose if you want to check the number of cycles too. Okay, in this way you find out the total harmonic percentage. So in this inverter we just having 2.85 percentage error. Okay, this is the THD refers to total harmonic distortion. So this is the total harmonic distortion current waveform for the following for the above design. This is the design. Okay, so here what we are doing, we just converting DC to AC. This is the single phase DC to AC converter with the help of the pulse width modulation control. Okay, so instead of I am placing this DC, I need to replace this DC with the solar panel like this way. So this is the one with the same design. I am just changing the DC. Okay, instead of changing input DC with the solar panel. Okay, so in the solar panel, what are the inputs for the solar panel? You already know. For the solar panel, before doing this PV panel array, we need to discuss about some matter related to the PV panel. You already know PV cells. Okay, when we talk about the PV solar panel or solar cells, we need to discuss about the solar cells. Okay, mainly we focusing on the solar cells. Solar cells are made up of the semiconductors which absorb the solar light and convert into the electricity. Okay, so it is packed in the form of photons. Whatever the suppose I am having light radiation from the solar, that light radiation absorbed by the solar panels and creates photons energy that will be stored in the semiconductors. Okay, from that we need to observe the electrons flow through the circuit. Okay, the electrons flow through the circuit, that storage electrons will creates the or form the electricity. Okay, so this is the way you already know about the solar panel and also the photovoltaic effect. So simply by the light radiation we just observing the light radiation and temperature as the input for the solar panel like this way. So in this design, what are the input for the solar panel means light radiation and temperature. These are the two major concepts we require for the generation of solar energy. Okay, so solar energy is mainly depend upon the light radiation and temperature, and we need to focusing on this block. Okay, in this block when the grid power is availability, and next diagram is grid power is not availability. When the grid power is availability, at that time we have also having, that means this solar panels runs through a time interval of 6 hours. Let us assume this thing. So at that time the solar having power DC na, so that DC will be need to convert into AC. Why? Because the loads, whatever the loads we have, that having either refrigerator or fan or bulb. Okay, whatever the loads we having AC loads na, so we required AC at the load end, but generation of the solar panel power will be in the form of DC. Okay, so we need to convert DC to AC. How we are going to convert a DC to AC means with the help of the solar inverter. Okay, that means inverter. DC to AC conversion process refers to inversion. Okay, so the inverted waveform will be either stored in batteries or either if you stored in diesel generators. Okay, or if you directly given to the loads whichever we mentioned there. Okay, so this is the image for the when the grid power is available. Okay, when grid power is unavailable, that means at the remote areas or if blackouts are possible at the substation end. Okay, at that time we don't having power from the grid. So at that time whatever suppose if you having a suppose for a hospital, let us assume this thing, for a hospital we required continuous power supply, but due to power cuts the continuous power supply will be breakdown. Okay, so in order to get in continuous power supply, how I am going to produce continuous power supply to the hospital means with the help of the solar panels. Okay, if you place a solar panels at the top of the hospital, whatever the hospital we are mentioning there, okay, we just need to install solar panels at the top of the solar at the top of the hospital. Okay, so from the solar panels, we observe the power and we need to store that power into the batteries, and then when the power cuts will appear at that time, we distribute power from the batteries and we utilize the power from the batteries. Okay, that's the major concept of this design. And also we having another concept. What is the requirement of the rooftop solar panels? Okay, by the placing of solar thermal root panels, okay, you already know about the concept. Sunlight will heat the water that is stored in the cylinder. Okay, so simply solar thermal panels is also applicable for the home heating applications. Okay, home heating applications also, it is useful for the home home heating water applications. Okay, when we design in Simulink, okay, when we design this model in Simulink, this is the image for that. Okay, so how this image will work on in MATLAB? Okay, I will show you. So simply I am just mentioning here the radiation, light radiation concept here. Okay, that refers to irradiance. That irradiance will be changed with respect to the time interval. I am just changing with the time interval of 0 to 0.5. So at the 0 time interval, I am having 250 Webers per meter square. Okay, that is the irradiation, and at the time interval of 0.4 we having radiation of 750 Webers per meter square. Okay, so we just giving radiation and temperature, these are the inputs to the solar panel. This is the solar panel. In this solar panel I am connecting a solar array. This is the solar array. Okay, why we will call it as a solar array means, if here we are connecting a number of panels, series panels, that means here 14 series connected modules will be connected in series and one is parallel. Okay, that means when we connecting parallel and series strings across a model, okay, that we will call it as a solar array. Okay, so this is the solar panel. So what is the difference between the previous design and present design means, when compared to this one? Okay, I am just replacing this DC voltage source by the solar panel. Okay, I am just replacing the DC voltage by this solar panel. Why we are replacing this solar panel means, this is the rooftop application purpose. Okay, this design is for the rooftop application purpose. So run this model. Already I am running this model. Okay, after running this model, the results will be like this way. I already told you, from the time interval of 0 to 0.4, at that time interval we having 250 radiation. Okay, that means 250 Weber per meter square, and at the time interval of 0.5 I am having 750 Webers per meter square. This is the radiation. Okay, due to the rate of change of radiation, the power output from the solar panel will be like this way. This is the VDC terminal, that means the voltage at this terminal will be like this. Okay, the voltage at the terminal, output terminal of the solar panel, in this way. That means the VDC will be 100. That means in before diagram also I am having DC input. How much DC input we will given this inverter? 100 voltage na. So in the similar way I am just changing the solar panel. I am, and at the output of the solar panel I am getting 100 voltage DC. Okay, so and at the, this is the full bridge inverter. Okay, with the pulse width modulation controller. This is the pulse width modulation controller. At the output side, this is the DC na, so we need to convert DC to AC. So this is the waveform for the DC to AC. From 0 to 0.1, the time it will be rising down. Why? Because at the suppose I am just mentioning at the zero time interval I am having 250 Weber per meter square radiation na. At the zero time interval I am having 250 Weber per meter square, and also the temperature will be 25 degrees centigrade. Okay, and the time interval of 0.54. Okay, at the time interval of 0.4 the Weber radiation will be increased, that means 750 Weber per meter square. At that time the waveform like this way. Okay, so final we need to check the waveform from 0.5. Okay, why? Because this is the model that we are created in above. Okay, this is the waveform, that is the model that we create in the above. Okay, so this waveform is similar to the this waveform, with just replacing the DC input voltage to the DC voltage source. That's the difference between these two things. Okay, so finally this is the application, these applications. Suppose if you place rooftop solar panels, so for home applications, how it vary? Suppose if the panels will be run for 6 hours, at that time it gives power to the refrigerator for 5 hours, TV 150 kilowatts for 0.775 hours, light bulb for 1 hour, and radio for 10 hours, microwave per 0.25 hours. Okay, so when we are placing at least 6 hours per a day, solar panels observe at least 6 hours per a day, it gives AC power of this much load. Okay, so thank you for watching this video. If you have any or if you want to do this project, contact me. These are the contact details. Okay.